By the end of this video, you will get rid of all bad habits and start cultivating good, mindful habits that will lead you towards your success. Recently, I came across videos of people talking about how they are stuck in self-improvement ruts. I listened to their experiences and could sympathize with them as well. I'm sure you know what I mean. But the more interesting takeaway for me from these videos was not the hubbub that the advice that they gave was, but what their outlook towards their own habits was. They just couldn't see the underlying problem that caused these ruts. In this video, I will be talking about effective ways to actually cultivate habits in such a way that you will never ever encounter ruts like these and you are able to achieve your goals more fruitfully, more effectively. Let's get into it. Habits are a byproduct of our human need to automate our lives. You don't have to think about brushing your teeth when you wake up in the morning and do so, right? You have already automated it. Similarly, you can automate a lot more things in your life, from getting motivation to learning new things. For this, you need to understand the nature of habits. Habits are a reflection of your inner self, and your inner self governs the kind of habits you build. It is a cycle. But this gives us an understanding of the very first thing we need to do when we build habits. Know your inner self. Take an example of this matrix. As you can see, it's on my screen right now as well. I divided this matrix into two parts, answering two different prompts. The first prompt being, what are your personal goals for daily life? And how do you reach these goals? The answers that I've written over here, waking up in nature, building a solid body, and living a mindful, peaceful life, these are generic goals. But the second answer, how do I reach those goals? These are pointers that are from my daily life that I can do every single day to reach that goal one step at a time. These methods aren't so far-fetched. These are my daily life methods. Habit building starts off as an active choice and then evolves into passively putting efforts into reaching those goals. This evolution occurs when your environment actually reflects it. For example, if you want to build a habit of ditching watching TV and instead reading books, wake up one day, remove the TV from your home and instead have a bookshelf over there. So when you wake up the next day, instead of seeing the TV in front of you, seeing books. That way you can inculcate reading as a habit and simultaneously take out that bad habit of watching TV over and over again. So list down the habits that you need to develop as well as the habits you need to get rid of and change your environment accordingly. Now, how do we make sure that you never get into your bad habits once and for all? We again use consequence building. This is such an important tool and such an underrated tool for anything that you require to focus your efforts on. Take down your journal, the journal you will open up every single morning and close every single night, and list down statements regarding consequence building, those if and then statements on every single page regarding those habits that you don't want to indulge in. How do you write these statements? Let me give you an example. Say you write, if I watch TV, I will grow obese. So instead, I will go out for a morning jog every single day. This is one statement. Now the person who wrote this is afraid of growing obese. They use their fear as a source of power to be able to stop their bad habit and instead start inculcating a new, better, more mindful habit. This statement leveraged the person's fear. This is how you're supposed to write your statements. Leverage your own inner fears. Whether it be growing weak, whether it be looking idiotic, whether it be being stupid. Use these fears and write your consequence building statements. Your fears are your biggest tool to success. Write this down somewhere. So to summarize what you're exactly supposed to do, here I'm showing you a chart of the 4 steps. Identify your habits. Change your immediate environment that reflects your goals of achieving the positive habits and removing the negative ones. Use consequence building and write down these if and then statements every single day. Have a look at those pages where you've written down those if and then statements. For example, I told you to write it in your journal. So in the morning when you look it up, if you have written your affirmations over there, include these statements as well. And at night when you close it, when you're writing your daily entry, even make sure to write down if you have followed the statements and how do you feel about them every single day. And the 4th step being tracking. So exactly how I told, write down in your journal every single day if you were able to inculcate these new habits and get rid of the bad ones. This tracking every single day will ensure that you are up to date and accountable for whatever you've been doing. So that is it for today. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe and share this video with every single person you know. You are all my daily motivation to wake up and do this every single day. Thank you for that. As usual, all of my other links are in the description down below. Thank you and happy learning.